So, Lisa, I want to congratulate you. I've been on Bennett's Women of Excellence for Bennett Heavy and Specialized in our Secured Transport Division. So,
Thank you.
congratulations. Very, very proud of you and very proud that you were nominated. And so, Lisa, how long have you been driving and how did you get into this business?
Um, I started driving myself in 2015 under a permit with my husband. I left 25 years in the medical field to come to drive a truck. And when we first got married, my husband had always, his granddad owned a tow truck business, and then his dad owned it, and it was supposed to go to my husband. And we opened our own trucking business when we first got married. I said, why do you want to keep working for somebody else? As hard as you work for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And we just took a leap, and we opened our business October will be 23 years ago. And we had 4 children, of course, and we have 6, but 2 of our children didn't live. So we have 4, and we have 4 living children. And we just decided once all the kids were grown that there was no reason for me to really be at home every day. So I got in a truck and started driving.
And do you
And
enjoy it?
I do. I really enjoy the, change of scenery every day. And but I'm a high keyed person. So where he and I kind of don't see eye to eye on the trucking is, I'm like, okay, I can't see it, can't see it. We got to get going, we got to get going. And he's like, hey, it's okay to see it sometimes. And I'm like, no, we got to go, we got to go.
Do you feel like you have to get out and run around the truck 2 or 3 times?
I get out and walk the parking lot a lot if we're laid over at a truck stop or at a campground or something. I get out and walk. I walk the dogs. I just go walking and sightseeing. Sometimes I'll Uber somewhere. I'm just a high keyed person, and my husband's more of a calm, laid back, don't say a lot kind of person. So I do the I'm the up and moving and sleep on 3 or 4 hours of sleep, and I'm wide open after that. And my husband's like, okay, we haven't had enough sleep.
Well, and you guys pull for heavy and specialized. So why don't you tell
Yes,
everybody
ma'am.
what you guys do?
We pull freight for the Department of Defense. A lot of our freight is classified, or some of it we do unit moves. We move troops for training. We pull weapons, detonators, things for the government. Some things we can't talk about.
Sure.
We do a lot of top secret stuff. Lately, we have pulled several classified loads that even we didn't know exactly what it was. We just knew, where it was going, and where it had to be picked up, who we were to meet, and all that.
Okay. That's such specialized work, and it takes
It's very,
yeah.
it's very interesting. I find it very interesting and very fun job.
Yeah, it takes teams that are very committed to do that work.
Yes. And
Be-
and especially knowing who to talk to and who to reach out to when you get there. You have to know, exactly who your contact is and exactly where you're going. And a lot of the places won't pull up on like a standard GPS because it being military, and where it's at on the base, you just have to kind of know where you're going or get in touch with the right person to know where you're going.
Yeah, yeah, it's very, very, very specialized. Takes teams that are very committed to what it is that they do every day for Bennett and for the government. Um, so so Lisa, we have a lot of women that drive for Bennett, and we have a lot of women that we talk to about wanting to get into this business. Do you have any advice for a woman that is maybe thinking about wanting to learn how to drive or come to Bennett or get in?
Uh, I've actually recruited 22 teams to Bennett. I don't know if you're aware of that, but I have since I came, I've recruited 22 teams, and I just think that there's a much bigger picture than what a lot of people see in the industry, especially for women. I think that do your research and ask questions to different women in different industries, because I've hauled steel, I've hauled pharmaceuticals, I've hauled roofing, we've hauled refrigerated freight, we've hauled Department of Defense, and each entity is very different, but I love doing the DoD work. It is such a special job to me that I just think my best advice is to ask questions, talk to different people, get different opinions. Everybody sees something differently in the industry, I think, and I think every woman has a different opinion based on her own experience. So I think my best advice is, if you're considering it, to just really ask questions, ask a lot of questions. No, to me, no question is a dumb question. I think the only dumb question is to not ask the question.
Well, we appreciate you recruiting teams to Bennett. That we really do appreciate that. I think maybe we need to hire you over on the recruiting side. But and you know the fact Bennett is very patriotism is one of our core values, and the work that we do, I feel like is part of our service back to our country. And the work,
Yes, ma'am, I agree. Both of my parents are retired military,
yeah,
and my brother's retired military. So I thoroughly enjoy what we do and what Bennett stands for. Bennett is a very I feel like a very family oriented company. I love that they support us the way y'all do. I just lost my mom to terminal cancer 6 months.
so
She
great.
lived 8 months. I lost her in April. And Bennett was very, very good to me during that time.
Well, I'm so sorry. That's so hard. But you know, we carry them in our heart, but it's never easy to lose them, is it?
It's not, but I will say I was very blessed to be with Bennett while I lost my mom, because they were so understanding and so good to me about when I needed to be home, what I needed to do. There was never any disgruntled kind of stuff that I had to deal with. They were so good to me.
Good.
People reached out to me every week to tell me they were praying for us. Like, I really, really felt loved and cared for when I was home with my mom. That was very special to me.
Well, I'm really happy. You know, we want to have a family culture. We're faith based, and all those things mean a lot to us.
They
And
do mean a lot to me too.
yeah, they do. So, Lisa, when you're not on the road driving, and you're not, what do you like to do other than be at your home in Alabama?
Um, I do a lot of boating. I do embroidery on the side. I spend a lot of time with my grandbabies. We run and play and do things that are fun. The grandbabies are the biggest part of me, is getting my grandbabies and just having a good time with them, whether it be at home cooking something in the kitchen, or, baking something, doing fun stuff, or just running and playing.
I know I've got my great grandbabies here, and for the last 2 or 3 days, and it's such a joy. It is. It's just
It is.
being a grandmother is wonderful, but you know, grandmothers still have responsibility. But when you get to be a great grandmother, you just get to enjoy them, and you don't have a lot of responsibility.
I bet. I can't wait for that day.
Yeah, because the mother and the grandmother had most all that responsibility. Um, so Lisa, one of the things that was written about you was it said that her core values are in trusting her beliefs in Bennett, and it's always a pleasure to talk to and will give you the truth. She has a very strong outlook when things are done and never wavers through the process of Bennett. She is a pinnacle of Bennett and has a professional way of recruiting and knows how Bennett works and is a Bennett cheerleader, to say the least. Those
I
are some of the
am a
things.
Bennett cheerleader.
Well, we appreciate that. Lisa, and we appreciate that you're a part of our Bennett family and that you were chosen as our Woman of Excellence.
I am honored to be chosen. I was very surprised, I'll be honest. Like I said, I don't look at it as a job. When my husband and I came to work for Bennett, and we had been here probably 90 days, a friend of ours called us and said, if you had one bad thing to say about Bennett, what would it be? And I said, I'll have to think on that because I can't say anything bad about Bennett. I'll have to get back with you on that one. And he said, that's okay. You answered my question. That's all I needed.
Oh, that is so nice. So who's your fleet manager? Is it Rick or uh
I have Amy. Amy is new. We had David Schul,
okay.
and David retired, and then we got James Carr. James Carr went to be a local driver at McAllister, and so we have Amy Dodson now.
Okay. All right. Well, good. Well, in acceptance of this nomination and being chosen, do you have anything you would like to say, Lisa? I mean, you've said a lot of wonderful things.
I would just like to say I'm so grateful, and I'm really not sure that I was deserving of this, but I'm so excited to be a part of it, and to be nominated and to win has just took me over the top. I just can't believe it. And my husband is so proud of me because he's been in the industry 40 years and he's never been nominated for any kind of, driver excellence or anything. And he is just beside himself too that I was nominated and won this position to be a part of it. It's just so exciting to both of us.
Well, thank you, Lisa. We are excited that you're a part of our Bennett family. And week after next, we'll have an afternoon to where we will showcase all of our winners, and then our interview will be out on the Bennett Facebook, and so that everybody can go and see our interview. And so it'll be a lot of fun. We'll have a really good time, and I hope you'll be where you can maybe can tune in, or either by Zoom or by voice. And so anyway, I hope you have a great Labor Day. Looks like you guys are off today. Do you go back to work this week?
No, ma'am, we moved this week. The movers are coming to move us from Tuscaloosa to Orange Beach this week, and then we'll probably go back to work next week.
Okay. Well, you have a great week, Lisa, and enjoy your day. And thank you for taking your time to talk to me on Labor Day.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Talk to you later. Be
Yes,
safe.
ma'am.
Bye.
Bye bye.